Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts, and we're here for our preview of the Ladbrokes Players Championships this weekend in Minehead. The top 64 players head down to the West Country for the last major before the Worlds at Ali Pali. To qualify for the Players Championship, you need to be in the top 64 of the Players Championships order of merit. It's a little bit different, this order of merit. It's all done on how you perform on the Pro Tour. So one big absentee is Raymond van Barneveld. The 5-time champion of the world hasn't qualified, mainly because he doesn't do enough of the Pro Tour tournaments to qualify for this event. Ian White is the top seed because he plays in absolutely everything, where your Gary Andersons, your Michael van Gerwens have missed tournaments through the year, but Ian White doesn't miss any of them and he comes in as the #1 seed. There'll be a little bit of pressure on White. Hasn't done particularly well in TV tournaments of late, so the #1 seed will need a good run here in Minehead this weekend. As we said earlier, this is the last chance before the World Championships at Ali Pali, so the 64-man field will be looking for a great tournament. One, to set themselves up for the Worlds, but two, those top players on the verge of the Premier League, this is their last chance to shine before the Worlds. For being honest, I think probably 7 of the Premier League places are all done and dusted. There's probably 3 spaces up for grabs, so there'll be a host of players looking to go deep in this to put themselves in the shop window for the showpiece event next year. First round in Minehead, it's a short dash to 6 in the first round, best of 11. A lot of people say it's too short for a TV tournament. However, all the players should be used to this by now, as it's what they play week in, week out in the Pro Tour. We all know best of 11, first to 6. But if there will be upsets, I think it will be in the first round, because over the longer format, the better player usually comes through. There is £100,000 on offer for the winner, so that can make a huge difference in the rankings heading towards Ali Pali. Last chance to get yourself up the rankings and into those seeds. There's been plenty of upsets on the TV this year in the PDC tournaments. Recently, we've had James Wade back to his very best, winning back-to-back TV tournaments. And only last week, the Iceman, Gerwen Price, won his maiden PDC televised title, winning the Grand Slam of Darts in Wolverhampton, beating Gary Anderson in a controversial final. Let's not beat around the bush. It got everyone talking on social media about it. Darts was trending #1 on Twitter, which for me is only a good thing. But the Iceman will fancy his chances again here this weekend. He's been in a rich run of form recently, making quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finally getting over the line in the Grand Slam of Darts. With the bookies, it's the usual suspects at the top of the list. Here we have a list for you that you can all see. MVG is the tournament favourite, 6-5. First time he's not been odds on, or at least evens, for a while. He has not won his last 3 TV tournaments, so is there a little chink there? I'm not so sure. He played well against Gary in the semi-final, but just that Gary did that a little bit more when it mattered. The Green Machine will still be in absolute danger here. And maybe for the first time in a while, there is a bit of value at 6-5 betting on him. Second favourite is Gary Anderson at 4-1. What can we say about Gary? He's had an unbelievable year. Won the UK Open, won the match play at Blackpool, narrowly lost in another final, won a World Series event in Vegas. He's only ranked 4 in the world, but for me, he is the second best player on the planet right now. He doesn't play in all the tournaments, which is why he's not ranked as highly as he perhaps should be, but 4-1 again will be a danger here this weekend in Minehead. Third favourite is Peter Wright, 8-1. Peter not in the best of form right now, and he'd probably be the first to admit that. Would I be backing Peter Wright this weekend? Personally, not on current form, no I wouldn't. I think he's got a lot to do heading into Minehead and the Worlds to recapture some of that form. So we've gone through the top 3 in the betting. However, we're going to give you our 5 to watch here now on the side of the screen, so you can see what the odds are and everything like that. First up, obviously one to watch is Michael van Gerwen. World #1, multiple world champion, is the best player in the world of darts. I know he's had a little bit of a tough time on TV, but still on his day, absolutely unplayable. And like I said earlier, 6-5, the first time, there's a little bit of value in Michael. Next up, of course, it's Gary Anderson at 4-1. You can't not have Gary in the ones to watch at the moment. He's won TV titles this year, he's won majors, back-to-back world champ, always a danger, the Flying Scotsman. And unlike most, he gets to sleep in his own bed for Minehead, as only lives down the road, so home comforts could come through. Next one to watch is a 16-1 each way shot is James Wade. James back to his very, very best this year since becoming a father for the first time. Won back-to-back TV titles in the European Championships and the World Series final. 16-1, real value each way on James Wade for me. Next up, another each way shot is the bully boy, Michael Smith. 25-1, I think, is an absolute huge price for Michael Smith. The most improved player in the world for me. I know he's ranked 9 in the world at the moment, but that goes up and down because they're all very, very close. For me, on current form, Michael is in the top 4 in the world on form right now. He's had an unbelievable year. Premier League final, European Championship final, massive scoring power. Only last week in the Grand Slam of Darts pushed Michael van Gerwen to the very limit in an unbelievable last 16 game. So for me, 25-1 on the bully boy represents real good value. Last one of our ones to watch, he's very topical at the moment and we can't leave him out, is the Iceman Gerwen price. Won the last TV major only last weekend. 28-1 seems a big price for a player that is in the absolute form of his life. Would you back against him? No, I wouldn't, because he's made semi-finals, he's made quarter-finals, and as I said, he's finally got over the line winning that first TV title, so we know he has the game. Yes, he's controversial, but that's just the way he plays. Like in every tournament, there's always the pick of the first round games. Yes, there's a few that look one-sided, but here we've picked our 5 first round games to watch. First up, it's Gerwen Price against Ratajski. Ratajski has had an unbelievable year for someone that doesn't have a tour card. Won back-to-back Pro Tour events and joined a very exclusive club, and he runs into the Iceman, who is in the form of his life. 2 form players, real tough. Price just the favourite at 8-15. Ratajski 6-4. A little bit of value there. Who comes out on top there? Let us know in the comments. Next up is Michael Smith against Vincent van der Voort. Michael, a 1-4 shot against Vincent. 3-1. Vincent's not had the best of years, but we spoke to him recently. He's over his back problems, and on his day, the Dutch Destroyer will be a danger. The pace of the game will suit both players. They both like to get on with it. If Smith plays well, I think Smith wins. But if he's slightly off, this could be a danger for Michael in this game. But I think Michael will just about get through. But a close game, I think it's got legs in it. Third on our first round games to watch is Max Hopp against Steve West. 2 in-form players again. Max finally broken through and becoming the player we all knew he could be. He won a Euro Tour event and went deep in these World Series events. Germany's #1. A big fan's favourite as well. It'll be tough to beat, but Steve West has the game on the big stage. Beat Michael van Gerwen in Dortmund convincingly, well over 100 average. This could be a real close game. Max 6-5, Steve West odds on at 4-6. It's a real pick'em game for me. That could be real tasty in the first round in Minehead. For me, this one is the tie of the round at number 4. We've got the Wizard Simon Whitlock against the original Kyle Anderson. An all-Aussie affair in the first round. 2 form players as well. Simon has been solid as a rock all season, making finals, semi-finals all over the place. But Kyle has rejuvenated himself. He had health problems earlier on in the year. Has put them behind him, and he's starting to reap the benefits of it, play well. This could be a real close encounter. Simon odds on at 8-13, but Kyle 13-10. I think there's a little bit of value there. I think it's really close. For you, who wins this game? And in at number 5 on our first round games to watch, we have James Wilson against Dimitri van den Bergh. Dimitri had a great weekend in the Grand Slam last weekend, getting to the quarterfinals, just losing out to Mensur Suljovic. But this will be a danger because James Wilson has played really well on stage this year, especially in the Grand Prix in Dublin. A lot of 180s. I think there'll be a lot of 180s in this game, full stop for me. Both big scorers. Dimitri 4-6, James 6-5. Again, I think this game's got legs personally. Hard to split them. And Dimitri also has one eye on the World Youth Final, which takes place on Sunday, so can't let his focus be distracted. Thanks for joining us here at Live Darts for our preview for the Ladbrokes Players Championships. Please follow Live Darts on social media. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got YouTube. Subscribe and follow on whatever platform you can. Turn on notifications for this video would be amazing. Please like, share, comment, anything you want about the darts. and we'll see you in Minehead.